Thanks everyone for joining us today. My name is Dave Holtz. I'm with the Oil and Water Don't Mix campaign, and I'm the chair of the Sierra Club. Oil and Water Don't Mix is a broad coalition of organizations and citizens from across Michigan. And our job is to work to keep the oil out of the Great Lakes. And we heard from a lot of our folks and a lot of folks here today with a single message, which is keep oil out of the Straits. We're here today to call attention to new reports that highlight the dangers of the 64-year-old Line 5 pipelines, and to call on Governor Snyder and Bill Schuette to take immediate action to shut down Line 5. The danger posed by Line 5 is growing by the day, especially in light of alarming new reports that Enbridge failed to maintain the pipelines for years. It's time for Attorney General Schuette, who has joined us here today, and Governor Snyder to shut down Line 5. How many days ago? 699 days ago, Attorney General Schuette publicly stated that Line 5's days were numbered. Now it's time for him to take action and shut down these pipelines once and for all. We stand with local citizens, families, and businesses who are deeply concerned about the threat Line 5 poses to our Great Lakes and pure Michigan life. Today we're going to hear from Liz Kirkwood, Kate Madigan, and Joanne Cromley, all northern Michigan residents and leaders of citizens groups who are concerned about these new reports. Thank you. Yes?
Thank you. Last week, the Petoskey News Review and the Detroit Free Press exposed internal documents that revealed even greater danger posed by the Line 5 pipelines that run under the Straits of Mackinac. These lines carry more than 23 million gallons of oil through the Great Lakes daily, and the new investigative reports illustrate the growing threat of a catastrophic oil spill. According to the reports, the 64-year-old pipelines were missing structural supports for years in direct violation of an agreement with the state of Michigan. Because of tremendously swift straight currents, Michigan requires that every 75 feet of pipeline have an anchor support, which Enbridge Energy failed to replace, leaving spans of up to 286 feet of pipeline dangling in the Straits on the lake bottom. These spans, left unsupported, can warp and become structurally unstable, greatly increasing the risk of an oil spill. Internal Enbridge documents show the company had stretches of 140 feet or more of pipeline without supports in multiple instances in 2001. This irresponsible practice happened not once, but at 16 different locations along the pipelines. These violations by Enbridge almost certainly damaged the pipelines. With the evidence mounting, it's time for action to shut down these pipelines for good. I call on Attorney General Bill Schuette and Governor Rick Snyder as our public trustees to take immediate legal action to shut down Line 5 and protect the health of our Great Lakes. Thank you. Liz Kirkwood, Executive Director of Flow. Thank you.
Kate Madigan.
Hello, my name is Kate Madigan. I work for Michigan Environmental Council. I'm the Energy and Climate Policy Specialist. And I want to talk about Michigan's tourism industry. Michigan's robust tourism and outdoor industries are essential to the livelihood of northern Michigan citizens and to our economy in general. In fact, 1 in 5 jobs in Michigan. 1 in 5 jobs are related to our tourism industry. Over 700,000 people are employed by our tourism industry. The recent reports should sound an alarm bell for our leaders to take immediate action on Line 5. The danger of an oil spill continues to grow, which would have a devastating impact on our economic livelihood in northern Michigan and throughout the state. According to a University of Michigan study, a Line 5 rupture in the Straits could impact 700 miles of Lake Michigan and Lake Huron coastlines. The impact to our economy could be devastating. It would be devastating. Fortunately, a catastrophic oil spill is entirely preventable. Attorney General Bill Schuette and Governor Rick Snyder have the power to take action and protect northern Michigan industries that depend on our pristine Great Lakes. They have an opportunity to do the right thing. But until then, as a result of their inaction, Michigan families and businesses continue to bear all of the risk posed by these pipelines, while Enbridge keeps raking in massive profits. It's a shame that Attorney General Schuette and Governor Rick Snyder have failed to take action. The disregard by Enbridge toward maintaining the pipelines is irresponsible and dangerous. These violations by Enbridge almost certainly damaged the pipelines, greatly increasing the risk of disaster. Our leaders should put Michigan first and shut down the pipelines immediately. Thank you. Kate Madigan with Michigan Environmental Council.
Joanne, Cromley? Take this.
Sure, thanks. My name is Joanne Cromley, and I'm with a small grassroots group called Straits Area Concerned Citizens for Peace, Justice, and the Environment, and we're from Sheboygan, Michigan, and we started working on this about 3 years ago. We've been working closely with Oil and Water Don't Mix, and our first focus was to establish resolutions, and we would go to the different county commissioners, we would go to city councils and townships, asking them to adopt a resolution to shut down Line 5. To date, we have 84 resolutions from communities all over the state calling for Governor Snyder and Attorney General Bill Schuette to shut down Line 5. And so far, we have had no response from either party or from the Pipeline Advisory Board. We are working on the liability to our communities, which is huge. We are working on the contingency plan, which is Enbridge's 800-page document, which does not adequately protect us from an oil spill rupture and cleanup, which is impossible. We're working on the research for the integrity of the pipeline, and our big concern is the lack of response to the overt public concerns. And all of this research calls on Enbridge and their alternative facts and continues to put out through the media. And we're asking the media to stop publishing these alternative facts that they are putting out and to help support us in getting Line 5 shut down. Thank you. Joanne Cromley, the Straits Area Concerned Citizens for Peace, Justice, and the Environment.
Thanks, Joanne and Kate and Liz. Your umbrella. We've heard from the speakers. We have one message. We're here today because Line 5 needs to be shut down.